Back at it here. 8 to 9 hour.
8 to 9.
We were like doing a little freestyle in there in the background. I was thinking like 8 to 9 hour, the hour of power in front of HEB, nothing sour. Come on out, we'll donate a flower. I'm just kidding. We're done.
You're just
Kevin.
going.
This is done, man. We're here. We're having fun. Kevin Dixon, Anthem Technology. What's up, man?
Hey, it's an early morning.
Man, God is good. We are out here. We are blessed and just highly favored here in this community. So thankful to be here in Huntsville, Texas. We are across from HEB. Wouldn't be able to be here from that 8 to 9 hour without our good friend, Mr. Kevin Dixon from Anthem Technology. They're your experts here in Huntsville for all of your business IT services and much more. We'll be talking about that and here in a few moments too. Talking about another great organization that you're a part of, and Jay Elms will be joining us. But right now, the focus on Anthem, and wanted to get started. We always tie it into community. That's why we're here today, donating for 6 different nonprofits. Some cash has come in. Haven't had a whole lot of items, but we have had quite a bit of cash come in so far. And so folks are taking advantage of the T-shirts, also getting entered into that hourly raffle for Elliott's Jewelers. $20, that's all it is. You can donate more if you like. We had one person donate $100, and they said, well, just take the 100. I asked, do you want change? They said, no, keep 100. And so you can get a T-shirt for that $20 donation, a limited edition Rays of Hope T-shirt. We also have swag bags that we're giving away full of a lot of items, free car washes, different things like that. But then also entered into an hourly raffle. Each hour that you come by, you're entered into an hourly raffle for some jewelry from Elliott's Jewelers, valued at $100 to $300. That's why we're out here today supporting 6 area nonprofits. But again, Kevin Dixon here, Anthem Technology. You grew up here, you went to high school here, you raised your family here.
Yep.
Kevin, what's this community meant to you, man? Obviously a lot, because you're here and rocking and rolling.
Yeah, it's home. I mean, this is where I've been my whole life.
22 years.
Yeah, 20. I'm only 22. Yeah. Yeah, and 3 children, two in college, and 22. So
yeah,
do the math.
God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, sir.
And you're also involved, University Heights Baptist Church, on the worship team there,
yes,
and do incredible work through your service through the ministry. But yeah, let us know a little bit more about Kevin, man.
Yeah, I grew up here. My mom grew up here. Her parents, so my grandparents met here in high school. So I mean, we deep roots here in Huntsville. But yeah. Went to high school here in Huntsville. Never went. Go ahead.
What's changed in this community? You've been here for you know, even though you're a young guy, I mean, you've been here for a while. What have you seen change over the years here in Huntsville?
I mean, definitely grown. You know, the college has continued to expand and grow, and you know it. But a lot of things, you know, there's some things you look at and you're like, man, I miss this old thing. Like for instance, right over here, I miss the hill with the giant house that was on top. But you know, we have a really nice new Vera Bank here now.
Yeah,
a nice new building. But there's a lot of positive things. A lot of new businesses coming into town that are bringing a lot of options, and we've got you know, more options for the businesses that are here, the local businesses that you know, have been here for years. There's more people shopping, more people doing local stuff. So, but yeah, community through the years has changed a ton.
It has. It's a great place to be. You know, we love the opportunity just to be here and to celebrate all things good in Huntsville, Texas, and so many people make this community what it is and make it a lovely place to be, and that's why we're thankful for it. I think some of our guys here, we'll be right. We'll get that for you, ma'am. Don't worry. Do we have a volunteer over there? Hey, Jason.
Yeah, they're all
hey, hold on. Sorry. Hey, Jason, you mind helping? There we go. Sorry about that. We're behind
It's an active donation line.
It's an active donation line. We appreciate folks coming by, donating items here. Santa Phil's here, so we appreciate that. But friends, a lot going on today. Kevin's been talking about just the involvement. You know, why is it so important to be involved here in this community?
Well, you know, as we're blessed and God takes care of us, it's important to take care of others. You know, whenever you're basic.
Hey, she can have one of those. She can have one of those bags.
You want a swag bag?
Yeah, take a bag at least. All right.
This is happening.
That's all right. Yeah, this is live, man. Yeah, I love that. Some folks, that's the spirit of Huntsville. Someone said, you know what? I don't even know who that was, and that's great. They were like, you know what? We just got food. They didn't want to enter the raffle. They could have. They could have got a shirt because they donated more than 20 items, and they said, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to it. Thank you, Jason. So yeah, I forgot, man. ADD's kicking it. So we were talking about why is it so important to get involved in Huntsville?
Well, you know, as we're blessed, as God takes care of you, basic needs are taken care of. I think it's really important to give beyond that, you know, to take care of others and help, give a helping hand and show love where you can. And I think, we're all really blessed to live in the country, live in this town, have people and folks that love us or take care of us. And so I just got to give back to those in need. And I think that's what makes Huntsville special is people are willing to do that. There's a lot of people that give, folks like, Dave Smith at Good Shepherd Mission, and I know they're one of your sponsors, and folks at the Care Center. These are people that are volunteering and or, working to give to the community, give to the people in need. So
yeah, it's great. Again, Kevin Dixon here joining us, Anthem Technology. Let us know a little bit about the business now. You've been going for a while, and I know primarily focusing on managed services, which is, taking care of businesses. And I'm a former IT guy, so you and I kind of clicked right away, man. I told you we're going to have a nerd out day one. You and I have been talking a lot of AI stuff, but what's really cool is business is all about relationships. Anthem Technology, when it comes to relationships in the IT world, it's so important. You can't just be a computer guy. No offense to computer guy, but you got to be able to talk to people. That's what you and all of your techs do. You know how to talk to people. You know most importantly, how to solve people's problems. And this is the way I used to approach it. I'm sure you can say the same. Is there used to be this mantra for businesses that the IT was the last thing on their mind, when nowadays IT should be the first thing on your mind. And I was always baffled that companies would pay hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars a month in insurance, but they would put nothing in their IT budget. I said, you got to look at managed services the same as insurance. This is insurance to keep your business technology running, and that's what you guys do. Oh yeah.
No, we've been doing it for I guess 13 years now, and I've learned tons and tons. We started off as a break fix, which I know break fix means you come in, you bring us a laptop, you bring us whatever, you have an issue, we fix it, we say goodbye. That's the end of that conversation.
If you guys don't do a whole lot of that, I'll do that for you these days, man.
Sweet. We don't. We exited the break fix market because we learned exactly that there's a whole lot more needed to secure clients and to make sure threats and things are neutralized, and it's a lot more than just fixing a computer here or there, and more and more companies are realizing that, and we've really focused on the small to medium-sized business market, and for us it's really truly about helping and being kind of a light in that field. A lot of companies view it as how can I just maximize the profits and minimize the cost or expenses, but we've really tried to focus on the relational side of that and making sure that companies really feel like it's we're their in-house IT. That's always what I tell them when I'm first meeting them. I'm like, look, we want you to know my guy's name. When you call in and you hear Garrett's voice or British James, we want you to know those guys' names and really start to build that relationship and really feel like you can depend on us just like we're right there as your own dedicated in-house IT department.
Yeah, that's great, man. Well, you guys do such great work, and I can say this, I don't want to give away like secrets of who all you guys do business for, but I can say one, because they said they love you. Emily O'Rear saying we love Kevin. She's over at CASA. You guys have done incredible work for CASA. They just moved into their new building.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Big thanks to First Financial Bank there. They had that building up for sale, and had a great deal for CASA, so they moved in from the First National Bank building, so now they have their own physical location, and you went in there and did all the IT, man.
Yeah, we got them set up. They're a great organization. We've been working for them. Since I think they actually moved 2 places within the First National building. They used to be in the little drive-through above that, but then they moved to the main tall building and now to their new location. And if you haven't gone and seen it, man, it is a gorgeous building. Great setup. It's really great that how that worked out for them. So
they did. They just raised $105,000. Their annual CASA Christmas in July bingo fundraiser. A lot of fun out there. So we love you, Emily, and appreciate all that CASA does in our community. And again, it's all about people. And Kevin and Anthem Technology. Look, when you talk to Kevin, that's what I love about him. He's so personable. And Kevin, in business, it's so important to be involved, and we talked about your involvement just with different organizations and different nonprofits, and here today supporting Rays of Hope at the HEB parking lot. But most importantly, man, you just know how to talk to people. You show up, you go to chamber events, and you have to be seen. I'm gonna throw this one at you real quick. As a business owner, you know how the stress of IT is. I always called it the IT stress. But how do you, as a business owner, how are you able to manage? Because you do a great job at it. That's why I'm saying this. But you're out in public. You're at chamber events. How has that transition been for you? Just being able to manage that while your business continues to grow.
In the beginning, I thought this is impossible. Like, how do people do this? Because I kind of went from really just focusing on that to, I need to be more involved, more out there in the community. So I struggled with how do you do it, but once I started doing it, it got easier and easier. And my guys, I have a great team, and they've really learned to fill in the gaps and stuff. And there are those days, and I'm sure being in the IT, when you come in and there's a stack of tickets and issues and some stuff that are, it's like these things need to be taken care of immediately. And you're like, and I have a breakfast this morning to go to for the chamber, and you're like, but you go and, I feel blessed again. We got a great team that really helps take care of the business, and I'm able to kind of focus in on a lot of that when I need to. But it is a challenge, and oftentimes when we're at those events, you might see me glancing at my phone frequently as I'm seeing tickets and issues, and I'm kind of monitoring and making sure they're going good. But
you're better than me. I used to bang my head and throw stuff at the chamber meeting. What are you doing, Robbie? You mad at? Nah, someone's computer crashed. Just kidding. That never really happened. It did one time. Windows XP back in the day. They used to put it in this terrible packaging. And I was having a terrible day, and this was back in the angry days of, I was telling you earlier, pre-Jesus. I was always Jesus, man, but there was there's this pre-Jesus moment where sometimes you just forget and you're dumb and a kid.
We all have it.
And I was running my IT business very young, and I'll never forget, I was just so frustrated one day, and I got so mad at this packaging. I was having a bad day. Took it out on the package. That's why you need a punching bag sometimes. Well, that Windows XP packaging, man, that plastic was so sharp. I was like, come on, and I just ripped it. Well, it sliced my finger open.
Oh, my gosh.
Years later, Microsoft, in turn, would sue me. I'll have to tell you this story sometime. Let's just say you don't buy a bunch of computers from a local school district and resell them using OEM key codes whenever you think they're already paid for. I learned the hard way. Whenever you say I agree, make sure that you read it.
Serious.
Yeah. So national chain. I'm still to this day think it was a national chain because we did more. I'm not bragging. We did better. We did more work than they did. It was a national chain, big box store. And to this day, I still think that they had somebody turn us in for that. And I had no idea it was wrong. We ended up and everything was fine. We went through this long process, but that was the day for me that I realized maybe I need to start thinking about pulling out of IT and let the professionals like a guy like Kevin really do his work. So,
oh no, I'm sure you did great work. But speaking of XP days, though, do you remember the days of the AOL CDs that used to go out?
I remember the disc, man, the floppies, man, 1.44 floppies, bro, back in the day.
Yeah. There was a house actually in the Avenues. I knew the guy who owned it, but he took all those discs, and if you're in Huntsville for a long time, you'd probably remember this house, but right on, I think it was Avenue O, but he decorated an entire outside tree, hanging those AOL discs around the entire tree. It was quite a beautiful outside chandelier of AOL discs.
My favorite days. I'll never forget the day that I got on AOL. My friend had it. I was so jealous because we couldn't afford dial-up internet back in the day, and my friend had it. The first website I ever went to was the local TV station, kview.com. I was a weather nerd, and it was so great to see the weather radar slowly, line by line, 5 minutes later, trickle in. Yep. So we'll talk more about that. That's more of like a nerd podcast for other people. So that'll be something you and I will have to do, man. Yeah. But again, it's Kevin Dixon, Anthem Technology. How can folks get a hold of you? There may be a business out there this morning saying, you know what, I've seen Emily's comments. I've heard from others in the community. I need to find an IT partner that's going to take care of my business and value my business as much as I do. How can they get a hold of you?
Very easy. You can go to anthemtech.net. And visit us there. There's some contact information there. You can also call us. I can throw out the number.
Yeah, throw it out. Here we go.
866
Whoa, man, we'll
994 3968. I'd give you the local, but I don't know it. That's the one I memorized. Or come see us at 1411 Avenue M here in Huntsville. We're just a few blocks off the square, right across from the library. We've got a nice little location, so come visit us there. Or you can always email me as well, kevin@anthemtech.net.
There it is. There's all the information, anthemtech.net, and also 866-994-3968. I went over to your office. It's a beautiful facility, by the way, man. You guys are just seeing, and that's the thing too. I mean, you'd walk into my shop back in the early days, you'd trip over computers. I was like, we got to clean this up, guys. That's our image. I walked into y'all's office. It's beautiful, man.
We started in my garage, and it was just a bunch of computers thrown around on the floor too. So
it all works out. Again, it's Kevin Dixon. Go by and see him. Let's support local. Kevin's giving back to the community today. You can too on our annual, well, it's not annual, it's our inaugural. We haven't started it yet, so it's the inaugural. Next year will be the annual.
There you go.
Our Rays of Hope summer fundraising drive. We're here all day until 6 o'clock tonight in front of HEB. Sam Houston State women's basketball will be joining us around 11:30. The girls will be out here along with some of the coaches helping to promote as well. But all you got to do is drive through. $20 cash donation will get you these awesome, thanks to Advantage Specialties and folks like Kevin who sponsored the back of the shirts. You can get these limited edition Rays of Hope t-shirts, $20 donation or more will get you one of these. And then also, if you donate anything, food, whatever, we got swag bags. We do want food. We do need diapers. We have not had any baby items come in yet. We need diapers. We need baby lotions. Please bring baby supplies. We want to be able to bless Care Center of Huntsville. And then also Elliott's Jewelers is our presenting sponsor, of course, helping to make this happen here today as well. Elliott has donated. Every single hour we're raffling off jewelry. So if you come by, $20 cash donation will put you in that raffle, that hourly raffle. And I can say that we've had a few come between this, 7 and 8 hour, or 8 and 9 hour now. And we expect more throughout the day. So come on out, support this initiative as we give back to our community. Kevin Dixon with us. Thank you, sir.
Great to be here. Absolutely.
We'll step aside. We'll take a break. We'll come back live here in just a couple of minutes. We'll have Jay Elms of Century Security joining us. He is also sponsoring this hour. We'll be back in a moment. It's more from